Welcome to this segment of Spread the Word. Today, I am your host, Leslyn Joseph. Joining us today is Dr. Merritt, President of M&M Consulting, Assistant Principal of a Miami-Dade Elementary School, and member of Mastermind Women's Group of Miami, Florida, and also Staff Investors Group. Dr. Merritt is the author of this recently released book, Destined for Great Things. She's a devout Christian and mother of 9-year-old son, Stefan Saunders Jr. Welcome, Dr. Merritt.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here.
From our previous discussions with your great and awesome book, soon to be bestseller, we have discovered and we have talked about a lot of hurts and pains and overcoming and goal setting and thinking. Now this just brings us into a whole new aspect of where God has placed you. Now He has opened up doors for you.
Praise the Lord.
And He has allowed you to just walk right on in. And you have a business called M&M Consulting. Tell us briefly about that business. What does it do?
Well, M&M Consulting is a company wherein we go and provide staff development to businesses, corporations, schools, school districts, and even churches, depending on what it is that they want. And what we do is provide hands-on workshops. We revitalize the company sometimes, depending on what it is that they actually need us to do. For instance, I just did a retreat for an organization that takes their executives on a yearly retreat. And the topic that was chosen by the president was boosting staff morale. So we had a really good time. I give them a little brief overview of staff morale. Then I break them up into groups. I have them do some little hands-on activities. We do icebreakers, and then I have them get up and give us some information on what they learned from the workshop. So it's a lot of fun. It's very rejuvenating for the organizations.
Sounds very interesting. Now this is over a period of time. I mean, how long is a normal workshop?
It depends, once again, on what it is that the company is asking, but a typical workshop is between an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Okay.
And sometimes an hour.
Sometimes an hour?
If the company requests just an hour.
Okay. So what are some of the topics that you normally cover?
Well, one of the more popular topics is boosting staff morale in the organization, but I also give topics on working with difficult people, creating learning communities, sustaining and maintaining incentive programs within the organization, just different topics. It depends on the organization. If it's a school district or a school, it's centered more towards the educational arena. If it's more towards a church, then it's more geared towards the spiritual area. So it depends on the organization and their needs.
That you do have the ability to be flexible in how you present it.
Oh, definitely, because I'm very knowledgeable, and if they ask me to present on something that I'm not knowledgeable in, I'll make it very clear to them that that's not really one of my strong areas. I'm not just going to take a job simply because the customer is willing to pay. I want to know what I'm talking about, and I want them to feel that they've gotten their money's worth.
How did you first get into this business?
Well, actually, I had been doing it for a while for people, for free, for favors. People would ask me to be a guest speaker here or there, or to provide a workshop or a seminar for this or that. And I was doing it, and I'd get so much feedback from the audience asking for my cards and my business information, and I just didn't have any. So after being asked so many times, I said, you know what? I need to develop my own business, and that's how it got started.
Do you ever do motivational speaking?
Certainly. Actually, for every presentation, it's motivational, and I always tie, a lot of little wise quotes in it. And, I'm just a motivational person, period. So everything that I do is motivational. So yes, sometimes they want specific motivation, and depending on what the theme is, I will center my topic and presentation around that.
Have this ever taken you outside of your local area?
Oh yes, definitely. I've flown a couple places. The customer makes the arrangements for me, the hotel accommodations, and I've done presentations outside of the state of Florida, and also within the state of Florida, but more than 100 miles, of course.
Wow, the doors that God have just opened up for you.
Yes.
How can someone get in touch with you if they are interested in getting your service?
The best way is either or the website address or the phone number. The website address is miamerritt.com or destinedforgreatthings.com. The business phone number is 1-866-560-7652. And we would love to have your business, and I would love to do some staff development with your staff.
Awesome. What is in the future for the business?
Well, it depends on wherever the Lord decides to take it. I love when I do presentations and workshops for businesses and corporations because it's just so fulfilling for me. And that's how I know that that's another gift that God has placed inside of me because I enjoy it so much. I love my job as an assistant principal, and I also love my consulting business, and I love when I give presentations to corporations. So at this point, I don't quite know what the future holds, but I'm one for goal setting, and my staff and I have set goals for the company. And at this point, we want to continue to provide quality service to our clients on a national level. And you know that our clients are businesses, schools, and churches.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Merritt, for joining us today. And thank you for joining us. If you are a leader of a church, business, or school and would like to contract the services of M&M Consulting, the information is on the screen. We look forward to hearing from you. Once again, this is Leslyn Joseph of Spread the Word Today.